This version of the Bentley Continental GT has been around for 4 years, so we've had ample time to get acquainted with its gorgeous looks, finely crafted interior and effortless driving dynamics. But when Bentley said that there was a new Speed version with 626 horsepower, we knew we needed to take another look. Up front, a 6-litre twin-turbo W12 engine, and it'll get this car to 60 in 4 seconds flat and on to a claimed top speed of 206 miles an hour. Now, we know that figure doesn't mean much to most people. Unless you live next door to a racetrack, it's irrelevant. So we want to find out what this car is like to drive out in the real world. The first thing you notice is that this car is pretty tame, almost normal feeling. Compared to some cars that have 600 horsepower on tap, it's remarkably civilized. There's no loping, hunting idle, there's no lurching transmission at low speed. The ride isn't super stiff and punishing. But that's not to say that there isn't a lot of performance on tap. When you get into the twin-turbo engine, it is very, very quick indeed. And what you notice more is not the peak horsepower, but it's that wall of torque. You've got a peak of 607 pound-feet, and it's delivered almost consistently from 2,000 right up to 5,000 RPM. If some 600 horsepower cars give you like a slingshot catapult sort of feeling when you put your foot in it, this is more like a 747 accelerating. It's just an unending amount of power pushing you deeper and deeper into these massaging seats. Aside from the power, this car is actually a lot of fun to drive on these roads. Now, we know it's not a hard-edged sports car, it's a Grand Tourer. That's even in the name, Continental GT. But when you put the adaptive suspension in sport and push into these turns, it's really pretty impressive. The steering's nicely weighted, the body motions are really well kept in check, and considering how big and heavy this car is, you can have a lot of fun with it on these roads. The one thing you do notice on roads like this is that this is a pretty big, wide car, and so when you get to some of these tighter bends that are blind and you're taking up almost all of the lane, you don't have the same confidence to push through quickly like you might in a narrower, smaller car, something like a Ford Fiesta ST. The 8-speed automatic transmission in this car is really impressive. First of all, it's really smooth when you're driving gently, but when you're trying to get on it a little bit, it responds almost instantly to these leather-wrapped paddle shifters. And when it does, it shifts really, really quickly, almost like a dual-clutch transmission. So while it might not be quite as raw or performance-focused as a comparably priced, say, Porsche or Aston Martin or Lamborghini, the Bentley is a lot of fun to drive out here in the real world, even if you're not doing 206 miles an hour. When you finish being a hooligan out in the countryside, the GT Speed reverts to being just as luxurious as any other Bentley. You're surrounded by plush carpets, this lovely hand-stitched leather, this really cool knurled metal accents. It's extraordinarily quiet inside as well. You can barely hear any other cars on the road. And the ride is so creamy, you'd think there are no potholes on any of these roads. Now, all of this costs a lot of money. This particular GT Speed with the options on it is $255,000. But what's special about this car is that it can do so many different things. It can give you near supercar performance and thrills, and yet it's also one of the greatest luxury GTs that you can buy. So Bentley has made fast, luxurious cars for a long time, but the 2015 Continental GT Speed still astonishes with the way it blends near supercar performance and faultless luxury. For $250,000, you can buy all manner of powerful and glamorous cars, yet few combine those attributes as well as does the Conti GT Speed.